I'll read the Sanskrit and then we'll read the Saraswati Thakur's explanation. Tan nama rupa charitabi sankirtanau smrityo kramanena rasana manasi niyogya tishtan braje tad anuragi janagunani kalam nayed akilam ityupadesha sharaha. Okay. Now, Saraswati Thakur, it's a rather long Bengali explanation, which I think I'll just read the English, if that's okay. Yeah. When Krishna's name, form, nature, and pastimes divine are heard from Sri Gurudev, one's heart awakens in song. As pure chanting ensues, remembrance is attained. Thus, chanting and remembering, step by step, is gained. So the poem of Saraswati Thakur in Bengali is being rendered into a poem in English by Bhakti Ananda Sagar Maharaj. Those engaging tongue and mind who begin to relish nectar adore Sri Krishna, following the residence of Braja, reside always in Braja within the heart's devotion. Surely you must accept this nectar of instruction. Upadesha sharaha, you must accept this. So Saraswati Thakur, is telling us clearly, we hear Krishna's name, form, nature, pastimes divine from the pure mouth of Sri Gurudev. And when that happens, our heart awakens. And we begin to chant in a pure way. And through that chanting, Shravanam Kirtanam, then Vishnu Smaranam, we begin to remember about Krishna and our relationship with Krishna. This Vishnu Smaranam has to do with, not only kind of mentally remembering things that we've read, but it has to do with actually remembering what our relationship with the Lord is. We begin to, this is what we're told. It may be some distance away, but nonetheless we understand that it's a real thing. That as we awaken, that relationship simultaneously also awakens. And we begin to sense, and not only sense, but really know that we are servants. And it's such a happy thing because we realize that we're servants in a particular mood, in a particular relationship. These things are, going on. And this is what Saraswati Thakur is indicating. We understand that the development goes through the stages of anartha nibriti and nishta, which is kind of a neutral stage. But here Saraswati Thakur tells us that that awakening really is an awakening of the relationship with the Lord. But I guess Rupa Goswami clarifies that as to how it actually works, that we go through stages of, shedding our skin, as it were, getting rid of the old stuff that's no longer necessary, and making a new skin, a new life, a new world that we enter into through, all based here, as Saraswati Thakur tells us, on the hearing from Sri Gurudev. And this hearing from Sri Gurudev has to do with, we listen to the direct hearing that we have by Krishna's grace recorded, and we can get through these now through computer stuff on these MP3s, and we can hear directly the words of Srila Gurudev, and otherwise hear the message of Sri Gurudev as given to us through his books. And there's something more potent to receive the message of Sri Gurudev in a living form because of our own conditioning. When things are conveyed from the lips of a living personality, even not necessarily pure, whatever substance that is being transferred through comes through in a very effective way. Of course, this depends on the hearer and the degree of surrender and so many things like that. But generally, we find it like that. When we are sitting in a class, and if we're absorbed in that class, then the potency is felt. I guess maybe because we concentrate more or something. Whereas maybe listening to a tape or there I go, tape. Nobody even knows what a tape is. Listening to a recording, maybe we're more easily distracted. So anyway, the direct sound has great potency. And ultimately, it all comes from Sri Gurudev anyway. It's being transferred, it's being passed down, and we receive the grace from Sri Gurudev according to, how much we ourselves are willing to surrender. And surrender means, giving ourselves, opening ourselves up to the mercy of Sri Gurudev and accepting that we're nothing more than servants. And that's a really happy thing. Even to the small degree that we're able to do it now, and even to the small degree that we were able to do it the first day we walked through the door of a temple. It's a very happy thing. It's so powerful that even first day walking through a temple, a sincere person is going to feel something that's better than everything he's felt before in the material world. And it just works like that. For some people, not everybody, but the fact is the potency of the sound coming from Sri Gurudev has a very deep effect. And someone who's sincere, he's going to get hit by it. And so we have to try to, first understand where the people we're speaking to are, coming from. Understand how we can make a connection with them. Usually it's by becoming their friends, but we can become their friends through vibration also. And, understand their position, feel their position, relate to people in a way in which they can tell that you have feeling for them. And by doing that, their hearts, everybody's afraid that we're going to be exploited. So everybody's got a closed heart. But if somehow we can make them feel like we're their friends, then they'll be, confident to open their heart. And in doing that, then the message of Sri Gurudev will enter them. And like we said before, even if we're not very pure and we're not very good at conveying the message of Sri Guru, if this person is really sincere and really wants this, the potency will come through regardless. This is like the magic of Krishna consciousness, that, it can't be stopped. Even by our own limited conditioning. You can't stop it. If somebody really wants it, he's going to get it slammed with the potency coming straight from Gurudev. It's like that. The heart connection comes through. And that, we know from Narottam Das and from our scriptures and from our gurus. What is it? Anyway, Hriday Prakashito, the transcendental knowledge, divya jnana, hriday prakashito, the divine knowledge, divya jnana, is given in the heart by who? Sri Gurudev. That's who he's talking about. So the potency of Sri Gurudev reaches to the conditioned souls through his disciples. And if we try and really give it, then and the person is sincere, that we can who begin to relish nectar, adore Sri Krishna, following the residence of Braja, reside always in Braja, within the heart's devotion, namely, you must accept this nectar of instruction, this upadesha. So again, reside in Braja. Saraswati Thakur is telling us the highest ideal, and the highest ideal, like I said, is the source of all of our inspiration. And by hearing about the highest ideal, we can kind of center ourselves on the experience that we've had and are having in relation to Krishna consciousness, in relation to our destination. And also we have to understand our relationship, of our development in Krishna consciousness with our continued position in the, within the modes of material nature. And pray to Sri Guru that we can take that transcendental realization, that transcendental experience, and utilize it within the, within that area of our conditioning to engage ourselves, to push ourselves, and to purify ourselves. And in that pushing and purifying, trying to render service, we'll grow, and gradually begin to see that behind the conditioning, even though it's at first glance it's Maya, it's the illusory energy, but at a deeper vision, it's Krishna helping us. It's not always easy to see that, but we can meditate on that, and it's very helpful. So Saraswati Thakur is saying, remember Braja, remember that all is coming from that. And of course we hear from Srila Sridhar Maharaj and Srila Gurudev that these things at the current time, and we all know we're conditioned. We may not know how much we've got in devotional life or anything, but we know we're conditioned. And as long as we're conditioned, we keep those pastimes on our head, and we don't, try to consume them, the slippery slope of sahajism. And, from one acceptance of sahaja notions, but the bhav, I'm feeling the bhav. Look at Upadesh Amrita, look at Rupa Goswami. What does he tell us? You don't feel anything like that until you clear all your anarthas. What you're feeling is like a beginning taste that's heavily filtered by material conditioning. When you start to feel bhava, that means you're entering into a pastime in relation to Krishna. And that's not possible with any kind of material anarthas left. So, it's just, it's very clear, but it becomes hazy based on personal motivation. I want the bliss. I want to get this. I had so much bliss with Prabhupada, but now I'm not getting it, so I go for that. Anyway, I say that a lot, but it's important to understand for ourselves as disciples of Srila Gurudev and his successors, and Srila Guru Maharaj, and some of us also Srila Prabhupada. It's important to understand how this how this works, and that we are in a position where we have to give up our anarthas and struggle with the illusory energy, and in that way develop in Krishna consciousness. It's the second stage. We are just barely entering into it, because when you're fully situated in the Madhyama Adhikari stage, you can't fall down. You begin to be connected. It's written like that. So we're beginning to enter from Kanishta, and we're trying to develop ourselves and situate ourselves in the stage of Madhyama. And then from that stage, we cast off all our anarthas, enter into Nishta, and begin to develop bhava and the symptoms of a resident of Vrindavan, and of an Uttama Adhikari. Okay, so we are on 22. But we should go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yeah. I almost forgot again and dived into this. Next one is by Rupa Goswami again, and a huge explanation by Saraswati Thakur again. We'll just give a little taste so we can think about it. Well, Saraswati Thakur is giving the highest position of above Vaikuntha is Mathura, and so on, all the way up to the highest abode of love divine is the banks of Radha Kunda. So that's how it is. That's reality, and somehow or other, by the grace of our gurus, we get to walk in these places and get the blessing coming from these places, even though we carry with us so much offense. But still, by the mercy of our gurus are so merciful, because, if we had to deal with justice, we wouldn't be in very good shape, because we're conditioned, and our minds, everything else, generally is distracted. Of course, that depends on the degree of focus in your service, but generally it's the case. Until we're pure, we're distracted in different degrees by the material energy, and according to the system of justice, we make so many mistakes, and you're liable for those mistakes. But by the grace of Guru, we get delivered. It's not that we should take advantage of that. We always have to try and pray and try to give ourselves to our Guru as best we can, and in that way they will shower us with mercy. But the point is, you have to try. You can't just say, well, I can do anything and I'll get the mercy. It doesn't work like that. So Jai Sri Prapanna-jivanamrita ki Jai. Sri Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Now, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Jai. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Adi Leela. We're just starting chapter 2. We didn't get very far. We got to Chaitanya Prabhu Bande, that